welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel if you have landed here for the very first time. Hope you subscribe to my channel, clicked on notification bell so you don't miss out any further updates. You can also follow me on my Instagram or my vlog channel. दोनों के link होगी description box में. Namaste, this is Dvija और कैसे हैं आप? This is your sunshine in human form. In human के form में, okay? और आज हम देख रहे हैं we are reacting to okay, Nick Crowley, the Backrooms. I'm really scared because what I'm seeing right now, it's very interesting to do this kind of videos. I really want to do more videos like this with you guys, but the content is very scary, specifically to upload on YouTube in this time. See, it's like 5 years back, and that time YouTube was very lenient. I know I've said this multiple times over and over again, but like I feel like I need to say that if you are watching it for the first time. I don't know. We're just gonna dive into it and like let it figure itself out. If it doesn't make it, we will not be doing more videos. But I really want to give Nick Rowley a try. We are doing the video called The Backrooms. No idea what's gonna happen, but fingers crossed. I hope this video makes it to the YouTube and stays without any problems. Okay, play. Let's get it.
Our world truly is a terrifying place, and I don't think
I
there's
agree on
ever
that.
been a more relevant time in this channel's history to make a statement like that. But one of the things that has always scared me the most about this world is when it glitches.
That plane looks like it's just hovering. Looks like a big one as well.
It's been a topic that I've briefly mentioned on my channel before, that every so often something will happen that breaks the rules of reality.
Right.
Planes hovering and doppelgangers are two examples of this, and surely most would be at least a little creeped out by experiencing these. But what happens when these glitches get more serious? What happens when you glitch out of reality completely? Well, if this happens to you, you may find yourself in a place where no man should ever go, a never-ending prison of rooms that exists outside our world that's now your new home. And if it sounds scary, maybe you'll take comfort in knowing that at least you won't be alone.
You never know who's there, so no, it's not comforting. Thanks, Nick. So, Julie, parallel reality. Parallel reality. Sorry,
In May of
whatever.
2019,
Okay.
the following picture was posted to 4chan
4chan.
that caught the attention of many. The picture was of what we now know as the Backrooms.
Backrooms.
Something about it, the emptiness, the tone, just gave people bad vibes, and summed up, the photo was incredibly unsettling.
I agree.
Along with the
Unsettling.
photo, a caption was added that claimed that the backrooms go on for an impossible distance, and every room looks the same. It is said that there are a few ways to wind up trapped in these backrooms. Some say that they can be accessed through your dreams, or even seen in visions. Because of this, many claim to recognize the picture, and even felt some sort of nostalgic fear when seeing it. But others claim that the only true way to get there is much more difficult, and it requires
Looks like
a
a
tremendous amount of luck,
office to me.
or perhaps in this case, the exact opposite. It's theorized that every object we interact with in this world is clipped to our reality. So for example, when you bump into a wall, you collide with it, and you bounce off of it. But going back to glitches in our reality, it is said that, on occasion, objects within our world will no-clip. This is something that happens often in video games, where a part of the map becomes no-clipped, and you bump into it, you go right through it, and you sometimes end up falling right off the map. There, your player is stuck, still inside the game, but in an endless void beneath the map. In the real world, people believe that some objects can become no-clipped from reality.
No
A
clip.
wall will appear darker than the others around it, or you'll find a door that you're certain there should be nothing on the other side. If you have a keen eye, you can notice these things and avoid them at all costs. But not everyone is so lucky. For some, they unknowingly interact with these objects, likely thinking nothing of the implications that are soon to come. And much like a character in a video game, if you interact with a non-clipped object, you fall off the map. And one could imagine that it's incredibly confusing and terrifying to go from existing in one world to instantly being dropped into another, with nothing but millions of square miles of empty rooms on either side of you. But this is your reality now, and it's where your journey into the backrooms begins.
3 levels of backrooms. Who are the ones who have
Level
like
0 is a maze of monotone yellow rooms, each looking the same as the last, with only the slightest of variations. The carpet that covers the level is moist and creates a persisting scent. In the beginning, the only sounds that can be heard is the consistent loud buzzing of the old fluorescent lights. As you walk through the rooms, you'll start to realize how big the area actually is. Every room just leads to another and another. You start to wonder, how big of an area could this actually be? And how could this even be possible? Many will start to run and sprint through the rooms, thinking that this might get them out of this maze faster. But it's no use. And after running around for seemingly an eternity, you'll finally realize that you're likely going to be stuck in here for a while. What exactly this place is not known, and that's part of the mystery of it all. It's just an infinite maze of these off-putting rooms, and traversing a place like this would likely cause anyone to slowly lose their minds. It's believed that not many will survive this first level, and that's for a few reasons. Either they lose the will to carry on, or they encounter something. While walking through these rooms, you may find yourself encountering humanoid creatures.
No.
After walking for hours and maybe even days, just imagine the horror of turning the corner and seeing something standing there. Something that isn't human. These creatures are known as hounds, and they look like disfigured humans who walk on all fours. They make a low rumbling noise, which will serve as one of the only indications that you're near them before it's too late.
No, they don't exist.
On this level, these creatures are supposedly incredibly dangerous. If you happen to notice one, slowly back away in the opposite direction, and whatever you do, don't look at it. If you're lucky enough to survive your encounters with these creatures and the never-ending maze, then you may have a chance at escaping this level. Every so often, as you walk through these identical rooms, you'll find a wall that is slightly darker than the others.
Why do I want to
This is
go
an
to this room?
indication
So?
that this too has been no-clipped, and it's possible that running into this wall will take you back to the world you knew before, and there you'll be able to continue living your normal life. But doing so comes with a risk. There's no guarantee to where walking through that wall will take you, and no clipping again in the backrooms runs the risk of taking you further down to a spot that no one has ever seen before,
later.
where the beings are much, much more hostile. Also, interacting with a wall like this could take you back to the start of level 0, where you'll have to start your journey all over again, which means another cycle of repetitive torture. For that reason, this is obviously a gamble, and one that many would choose not to take. It's unknown how the transition from level 0 to 1 takes place. Some believe that you stumble upon a door, a hallway, a staircase, or even an elevator, which takes you to this next level, while others believe the scenery around you subtly starts to change.
It's a
until
theory.
eventually
It's not real.
you are in a completely different space. Believers of this theory state that after roughly 4 days of traveling, the bright yellow fluorescent lights begin to flicker until the space around you gets darker and darker. Eventually, it gets pitch black, only for the light to come back on and reveal the change in scenery. But however you wind up there, the dangers on this level are much greater than the one before.
Level 1.
After days of walking in a seemingly endless loop, you might actually welcome level 1, because at least it's something different. No longer is there yellow wallpaper, but instead the walls are made of concrete.
They look
The
like
floor on
empty
this level
offices.
isn't the signature carpet of the one before it. Much like the walls, this too is concrete. A deep rumbling of machinery can be heard throughout this entire floor, as well as the creaking noises coming from unseen rooms. The hum of the fluorescent lights is still there, but it's greatly masked by the other noises. And in this floor, the lights are known to fail quite often. The lights will flicker at many spots and will often shut off completely and leave you in complete and total darkness.
I'm very confused
This
about all things
is when
here.
the creatures on this level come out.
Oh.
You won't be able to see them, but you'll know when they're close. These creatures emit a disturbing, distorted, screaming sound as they drift through the darkness. If you hear them, quickly navigate to another room further away from the noises.
It's
And
like
much
a
like the
game.
level before, try not to look in the direction of these things, because you never know how hostile they may be. Part of what made level 0 so scary was the isolation of it all. The idea that it is only you and just a few other creatures within this labyrinth of walls. And in many ways, the same fear is prevalent in level 1, except it's amplified by random bouts of darkness and a greater number of hostile beings. And things only get amplified more as we
That's
head
not
to
real.
level 2, the final level we'll be discussing
Man
today.
गलत कहानी किसी की. For sure. This makes no sense at all. It's like a
As you
game.
walk through level 1,
Made up
the
game.
walls around you will begin to change. The vast rooms will become narrowed to the point where you're walking in long continuous hallways. The fluorescent lights are amplified to the point that the buzzing becomes even louder, and the heat from them causes the temperature to soar over 100 degrees Fahrenheit. The hallways are claustrophobic and resemble service tunnels, as there is piping and machinery lining the walls. Pretty much any being you encounter on this floor is hostile, and your only chance of escaping, once you see a figure, is to run the opposite way, and don't look back. To many, this is considered to be the final level of the Backrooms. It's a fairly unexplored and mysterious place that features no real exit points. Your chances of ever escaping the Backrooms, in general, is incredibly low, but your chances of escaping level 2 is apparently nearly impossible. For the few that have supposedly survived this level, they did so by simply accepting the situation, remaining totally calm, and imagining the Backrooms as their home. That's your only chance
So creepy.
of
That
escape.
is so creepy.
And if it doesn't work, then your fate is pretty much sealed. And even after all the pain and the wear that you've gone through in levels 0 and 1, this is where your journey into the Backrooms end.
Is it real? I don't think so.
The Backrooms are something that genuinely creep me out, and that's something
I
that
don't think
isn't
so.
always easy to do. The psychological horrors of traversing such a vast and terrifying landscape out of the reach of reality is a horrifying thought. But is there actually any truth to this? Are the Backrooms actually real? Well, it appears that this is all just another creepy poster.
Yeah.
It is
Thought
such a
so.
fascinating concept to me, and the story involved with it is scary even knowing full well that this is likely total fiction. The very idea of the Backrooms speaks to the very essence of the things that terrify us the most. The fear of being lost, the fear of being trapped, and the fear of being watched and hunted. Psychologically, it checks all the boxes for me. But it's also worth noting that there are still those who have claimed to have actually been there. They see it in their dreams and stay trapped there till they wake up. And they swear up and down that this place truly is real. Now, a nightmare like that is extremely possible to have.
Let's
So
sleep.
perhaps this place does exist somewhere within our dreams. I mean, when I saw this picture, it was so recognizable to me, despite the fact that I've never even heard the story before. It's really
It's
something
like
that I
an
can't
office,
explain.
empty
Just something
office.
about this picture feels so nostalgic to me. So who knows, maybe I've been there in my dreams before too. But real or fake, out of all the horrors out there, there are few fates worse than finding yourself in the back rooms.
Absolute theory. And how can anyone believe anyone who's just claiming to be at a place like this and then coming out of it? It just sounds like imagination. You're playing. See, I understand with this thing, like if you are getting trapped in a certain place in your dreams, that's a whole different thing. That's a whole different thing. Also, I've seen like an episode. I think there was used to be a series called So What or something on Disney Channel, and I know it was not really real, but they used to have certain good amount of science plus these kind of things happening all together. That's the kind of show it was. I think the name was So What. I might be completely wrong, and this is like 20 years back probably. So I don't know if you'll know about it or not. But it was something similar to that, and it was something like there was this little girl who was in coma, and she couldn't get up because in her head she had lost her way. She wanted to get home, and whoever these people were who were the main characters of this show somehow tried to communicate with her unconscious subconscious, made her in her head reach her own home. She came back from coma. So it's basically like you're just lost in your head and you can't wake up. That's what he was saying. Like in some people in their dreams have like sleep paralysis, a lot of other things that happen. I do not know the exact science between it, or I do not know why it happens with other things which I haven't really not seen. So I don't want to talk about it because I don't know. But it might be something like that, that you are trapped because you have seen it somewhere and subconscious unconscious captures it and you're like, oh, here we are. Or a lot of times when you see something and it subliminally like attaches you to things, they say like, oh, it's like this, it's like this. And in your head you don't really believe in it, but next time you see something like that and you're like, oh wait, he had said that, it might be true. You never know. But I really don't think this was real at all. Or it sounds like a game. It sounds like this movies like Saw, Escape Room, Squid Game, so many of them. I'm sure there are realities, and I believe in it. I believe in dimensions. I'm a spiritual person, but at the same time, I also believe in science a lot, and there is a beautiful connection between them. So I do understand and believe in realities and all the effects that happen. That there is a whole different video for that. No, Mandela effect, butterfly effect, all of those. But I do believe in realities. But this is not real. It does not look real at all. But very creepy. Sounds like a game. And yeah, it was recommended to do this video of his, so that's why we did it. I have seen more videos of his by myself. Okay, I listen to it like podcast. Sometimes it's fun. If you want me to react to his particular video, let me know. Hopefully we'll be able to upload it. Keep it. I won't be very long. Bye, love you.